Ciao, sono Margherita, questa è una serra biologico di pomodori pixel e questa è OPI, una centralina che ci permette di misurare parametri come la temperatura, l'umidità che ci danno delle informazioni in tempo reale, quindi ci permettono di capire quando irrigare, quando c'è bisogno e quando no, e quindi ci permettono di risparmiare l'acqua e ci danno informazioni anche sull'umidità, sulla temperatura, che sono dei parametri che influiscono sull'insorgenza di fitopatie e quindi ci fanno capire quando trattare e come trattare. Ovviamente questa è una superficie in biologico, quindi non si può trattare con prodotti di sintesi, sia per quanto riguarda la lotta alle fitopatie e agli insetti, sia per quanto riguarda la fertilizzazione delle piante.
Now we are going to introduce German agriculture a little bit to you, and to just get into the topic, we will use therefore some statistics. The first statistic shows the greenhouse gas emissions from agriculture in 2018 in Germany. And as you know, another part of farming related emissions fall under the category of agriculture and land use change and forestry. And the emissions from grassland amounted to 22.6 million tons CO2 equivalents in 2016, and about 15.2 million tons were caused by cropland. Some 74% of these emissions occur from farming on moorlands, and not including the NTO emissions mentioned above, but there are also more emissions arise when grassland or moorlands are turned into fields, so the land use changed there. And the emission budget for the organization in Germany is negative, so meaning that this category is an overall sink that stores more greenhouse gas than it emits per year. And in 2016, this organization stored around 14.5 million tons of CO2 equivalents, so the biggest emitters of greenhouse gases, so mainly methane, are croplands and grasslands, while forests are the biggest sink. The statistic on the right now shows us the land use in Germany, and over half of Germany's territory, so 51%, is used for farming purposes, 30% is forested, and 14% is covered by settlements, industry, and infrastructure such as roads and rails. Of the area actively used for agriculture is 71%, and this is used for farmland, and they grow their cereals, food, and crops, but also animal fodder and energy crops such as rapeseed. 50.2 million hectares are used for growing food for people, and permanent grassland makes up 28% of agriculture land, so the average farm size is 60.5 hectares. There's also a huge problem we have to mention. Germany's agriculture land is shrinking, so between 2000 and 2016 its size declined. And this is mainly due to urban sprawl and new infrastructure, but also due to the slightly growing forests. And on top of that, the German government has a target of 20% of available land to be used for organic farming by 2030, and in 2017 it was 9.9%, up from 4.7% in 2005.
Yeah, so now you get a little insight in how agriculture is regulated by the federal law in Germany. So the use of the environment by agriculture is currently regulated by a number of environmental laws and regulations. In the following we're going to present you 4 of them. One is the Federal Nature Conservation Act, which defines the objectives and the fundamentals of environmental protection and landscape conservation. And it's, for example, responsible for general regulation and landscape planning. Furthermore, we got the Federal Soil Protection Act, which intends to sustainably secure or restore soil functions. It, for example, tries to avoid all negative effects on soil, and in case there are any negative effects, they are supposed to be rehabilitated. Yeah, then we got the Federal Water Act, which is responsible for sustainable water management, and its goal is to achieve a good standard for all water bodies in order to reduce pollution and improve the status of native aquatic animal and plant species. Another regulation we got in Germany is the Federal Emission Control Act, which is responsible for the air pollution control and protection of environmental media such as soil and water. In 2020, the government created a Commission for the Future of Agriculture in order to make it part of Germany's climate neutrality vision. Organic agriculture. So in the following, I'm going to tell you something about organic agriculture, which might be a system to improve our local agriculture in the future. So the definition of organic agriculture is a production management system, which is an environmentally friendly system that focuses on animal welfare. So now I'm going to tell you something about the advantages of the organic agriculture system. First of all, it's better for our climate and also better for the health of farmers, but not only farmers, but in general everybody who gets to eat the finished products produced by this agriculture system. Then, garbage can be composted and reused, and a last advantage is that less groundwater gets polluted.
Of course, there are also some disadvantages when it comes to organic agriculture. For example, when you want to start into the business, there are high costs at the beginning and products may be too expensive. Furthermore, small farmers may go out of their own business because their goods are no longer requested, and there's also a high variance in justice and quality. So we came to the conclusion that it's definitely will not save the world in organic agriculture, but it is a great first step to make agriculture more sustainable, and it provides the opportunity to secure animal welfare.
Finland is an agricultural society and the majority of the population works with farming. With the population growth, farming has become a necessary foundation for the economy. 8% of Finland's surface area consists of fields. That equals to 2.3 million hectares. Most of the plants grown in Finland are cereal plants, of which the most significant ones are barley, oats, wheat, rye, rapeseed, potatoes, and sugar beet. The farmers in Finland are eligible for financial support to fund their occupation. From 2015 to 2020, the farmers in Finland received direct financial support from the European Union worth approximately 524 million euros. In 2020, the CO2 emissions of Finland declined by 9% in comparison to 2019. Finland's share of the world's CO2 emissions is 0.13%. Finland has a goal of becoming carbon neutral by 2035. Hoka is one of the biggest companies in Finland that manufactures food products. Its main product category is meat and meat products, but it also makes pet foods and ready meals. Hoka has a large factory in Forssa, which specializes in meat packaging, butchering, and cutting. The packaging makes up 2 to 5% of the total carbon footprint of Hoka products. The packaging is easy to recycle and it is designed with sustainability in mind. Hoka has a goal of becoming carbon neutral by 2040. Hoka is planting special plants near the crop fields that bond a large amount of carbon dioxide to themselves. Hoka uses exclusively Finnish meat and it is sold near to where it's produced. The origin of all the ingredients that Hoka uses is easy to find out and they fulfill strict regulations concerning quality and sustainability. The employees and farmers are being trained about becoming more environmentally friendly. The trainings also include information about animal welfare and preventing the eutrophication of the ground, which makes the ground unusable. We also made an inquiry about the choices people make every day concerning their purchases. The first question was, how old are you? Do you prefer Finnish, near-produced products? Are you ready to pay more for finished products? Do you prefer environmentally friendly, ecologically produced products over others? Do you buy fruits and vegetables when they are not in season? Do you prefer organic products? How much foreign vegetables and fruits do you buy in a week? How often do you eat meat products? Do you pay attention to the origin of your meat products?